Hey Crafty Babes! Welcome to our Crafty Babe Crew exclusive video for June. I'm super excited to share this pocket page with you. It is about crafty friends. I am working on this double 6x8 pocket page about my little adventure to visit Victoria Marie at her retreat that was being held like right down the freeway from me. So she invited me to stop by and say hello to everyone. And it was such a fun little afternoon. And I got to meet France, Banana Fish Studio. That was such a treat because I had no idea that she was going to be there. And I've major fangirled, and she's amazing. So today I'm just going to share how I normally would go through a pocket page like this. I had already batched a bunch of pocket pages. So what that means is I decide on the cards that I'm going to use and I lay them out, and I even sometimes will put some embellishments in the little pockets just so that I know that I definitely want to use these, right? So I had already pre-done that, and I had pre-done a bunch of these so that I could take the album with me on a little weekend vacation, crafty vacation that I went on with my girlfriends. And so that I could have these things already prepared and I didn't have to think about what I wanted to use. And I also knew that I wouldn't need to bring a bunch of pocket cards with me. So that's something you can do if you're going to travel, is to pre-make your pages. So here I already had the layout that I wanted. So I have the structure, and I've picked a few things that I wanted to use. And one of them is, well, actually, all of these cards, except for the green card, is from Studio Calico. I'm a recent subscriber after a long hiatus of not subbing to them. Been really, really pleased. I'm really happy with the colors of these, of course, and I chose them because Victoria Marie is wearing, I don't need to call her Victoria Marie. Her name's Victoria. It's just so natural to say Victoria Marie. Victoria is wearing a blue denim jacket, and I wanted the blue from that striped card, and I'm wearing red. France is pretty neutral, but so we've got the pink and red and the blue and the green from the trees. That is a really pretty drive that I take to get to where she was, and so of course I had to take a picture of the scenery. And then I'm also using a couple of circle elements with this little, I don't even know what these are. They're not bottle tops, but they're vintage, they're not even coasters, but they're made of that same kind of chipboard coaster material. I don't even know what they're called. You're going to see my hair here because I'm going to journal a little. No, actually, I'm just going to write names. That's right. I just am writing the names on these little illustrated faith labels that are so perfect. I love them, and I print them small as well as full size so that I can have different sizes. So I'm just writing her name, and then I'm going to do some serious layering here. Oh, and these little stitches are from the Reset Girl, and they are part of Camp Wannacraft. So if you haven't gotten yourself signed up for Camp Wannacraft, it's really super fun, and there's lots of fun printables and fun community, and you should definitely take a look. It opens actually the same day that this video goes live. I tried to take the washi off of that ticket, but because I print these things at home, they're not very forgiving with the paper, the cover stock that I use. So I just decided to tear it off and add a little label to the bottom, and then I'm layering this little vintage circle thing. I know they have a name. I know that they do. So I'll have to figure out what they actually are. But they're from Tim Holtz, I'm pretty sure. I snagged a couple from Susanna when I was at her house going through her stash. And this was the perfect color because it had the red and the blue. I just stamped the date. I love my little miniature date stamp. If you are looking for some really cool date stamps, Amazon has a bunch, and I have a link to this little tiny one on my faves. So if you go to retrohipco.com/faves, you'll find that mini label, or that mini stamp. It's a 00 size, and it has the month and the date and the year. And then I use a couple of other date stamps too that are just numbers. It's a 6-digit and an 8-digit, so it doesn't have the actual month. And then you can use them for lots of different purposes. It took me a really long time here to figure out which set of labels I wanted to use together, but I decided on the blue and the gold because there really was no other gold being represented outside of the little paint splatters and the gold stripe. So I wanted to make sure that that yellow got a chance to shine. And then of course, staple all the things. And I tried to staple twice, but I only had one staple left in my tiny attacher, so you get to see me refilling my tiny attacher. I don't know why that's so frustrating. It's like, I just want to staple. Just endless supply of staples, please. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I like to pencil in my lines first. I used to also pencil in all of my journaling, but I've gotten a little lazy, and I've just decided that however the journaling turns out with the pen, it's just how it is. But I do always do my lines first because I can't write straight unless I have a guide. And sometimes I will erase the lines, and other times I will just write in the lines with the pen once I'm finished if I feel like it looks good. And then I'm erasing kind of all the extras. And I'm loving the way that this turned out. Very simple, super full of color, and the photos are what really make a big impression for me because it's just those like they're my people. Like, you guys are my peoples. So here I am trying to add one more thing. It is worth it though. It's worth it. This pink handwriting, like cursive washi, just like seals the deal with all the pink going on in this layout. And then of course, there's just, I feel like this card doesn't have enough, like it needs just a little contrast. The red and the pink are just kind of not enough. So I had these little stitches to the bottom, and then I think I'm going to add a little puffy heart at the top because there's dark colors in a lot of the other cards. And I start with gray, but then, I step back and I'm kind of looking and I'm kind of trying to figure out if anything else can go here. And I like this little roughed up piece of twine. So I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to switch out that heart because the gray doesn't fit. I'm going to find, oh, and yeah, that's right. I didn't like that. And it ripped off a teeny tiny bit of the pink, but I love the way it looks because it's kind of rough down there. I added a blue heart instead because that felt much more natural. And there we go. That is a look at a pocket page for you exclusively for being a Crafty Babe crew member. Thank you so much for your membership and your support. Here are some detailed photos, and I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.